What is love?
Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. We don't have the rights.
We don't have
It's okay. We'll just alternative lyrics every song that we get excited about singing. Because this, I feel like, is going to be a very musical podcast.
What are threads? Tgjan, don't hurt me.
Oh!
no more.
So delayed.
Oh, God.
Hey, welcome to the TFT podcast. My name is Tgjan Lee. Yes, that is my real name. That is my parents gave me that name. It's real name. Don't even ask what my real name is. With me tonight on the TFT podcast is Chaos Mana.
Hi.
With me also is Danielle.
Hi.
And some guy named Zach. Never met him.
Hey, what's up? Some guy named Zach, or Zach45. Yo.
What's up? It's a podcast.
It's a podcast.
What are we
We're
doing
supposed to
tonight?
be drawing right now.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna preface the podcast. The prompt right now is that everyone, besides me,
Everyone's
because
talking a
I'm
lot of shit.
doing the actual gameplay, is going to be drawing a picture during the podcast, and at the end they have to just put down their pencils and stop, and then later on we'll link what these look like. Their topic is to create their own Pokemon, and
Why are we talking about Why are we doing a Pokemon?
exactly the reason is talking about Pokemon. Zach, do you want to kind of summarize
Go
the
into
story?
Yeah, definitely. So basically, one of my favorite YouTubers on the internet is a League YouTuber, but he does a thing where he does a story time, and he talked about when he was an early child playing Pokemans. Some asshole stole his Pokemon. And what he did was he went back, stole his Pokemon back, and deleted all of his released all of
He
his
stole
Pokemon.
his cartridge.
Yeah, he basically, he brought his Game Boy, he brought his game, God bless you, and then he, and his linking cable. So what the kid did is he snuck, the bad kid snuck away to take this good kid's Pokemon, and then, the YouTuber found out, and he stole his Pokemon back. Then what he did, he said that wasn't enough. He's like, you know what? It's not enough. He stole my Pokemon, and he completely straight up lied to me that he stole my Pokemon. I'm releasing all of his Pokemon, his Charmeleon, his Beedrill, everything except for this Pidgey. And that's the only Pokemon he gets. And then he asks to battle the kid, because he wants to battle the stolen Pokemon, and then the kid turns on his Game Boy. He looks directly at the at the YouTuber, and he cries a bit. And he knew, like, their eye contact. It was like, you knew what you did. Basically, you stole my Pokemon, and this is what you get, you asshole. And so my question to the panel of podcasters is: has this ever happened to you? Has anyone ever stolen like your Pokemon cards or anything like that?
Any of that?
Dude, I have a cool Pokemon story.
All right then.
Right on.
I absolutely stomped the F out of this little boy's heart because he thought that he was too cool for school and he was gonna come and battle with his Pokemon cards, and I was like, no, this shit's not cool. This is not gonna fly. I'm not gonna have this in my house. So I bring my Pokemon cards to school, and he's trying to play all cool, and then I bust out my holographic Charizard and just eat his lunch, and we were playing for keepsies. So I kept all of his cards, and then he cried and went home to his mom, and then he tried to be all nice to me and tried to pretend to be my little elementary school boyfriend, and I was like, no, you can S my D, but in an elementary school way, because
You didn't say
I'm
that?
too cool for you. Oh, God, no. I was that little girl that, I cried when I heard my friends cussing when I was little.
I don't think I started cursing until I was 12 years old, and it's totally South Park's fault because everybody in my grade was they were like it's cursing is cool now because we're all watching this TV show, and I hadn't watched this TV show, and I was 3 years behind. I was like, I gotta be cool now too. So I started, and then I just started This is why I don't curse as much anymore. Is like I cursed so much when I was like 12 to 15 years old. It was like every other word was a curse word because I just thought it was cool. And then around like 16, I'm like, this is stupid. There are smarter words to use instead of fuck.
Yeah.
Make the sex with.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I've been saying it ever since.
All the times, many places,
Many sexes.
The sad thing about me when it came to both Pokemon and also like Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff, I was always like it was a thing. Like I saw it was a thing around when I was growing up. The actual like as soon as I pick it up, I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Oh, it's not a thing anymore. not quite as much at the very least. Like I saw my friend, like a bunch of my friends playing like the Pokemon, playing with all the cartridges, and that's when I didn't even know about it.
So you joined the train too late.
It's like
basically.
right at the end.
Ocean Tide.
Right at the end.
I totally feel you.
And like I finally got like this big deck of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and it's like there was one guy I got to trade Yu-Gi-Oh cards with someone once, and that's it.
Yeah,
I've never actually gotten to duel someone. I gathered, like, I have 4 blue eyes, all these things, and I've never actually done any sort of, like, tabletop card game.
That is the saddest time. I was, like, in a league. I had a little glove. I had a little like, I was so
you just out-nerded everyone on this podcast ever.
Probably.
Are you kidding me?
No.
You had a Yu-Gi-Oh glove?
I was the reigning Pokemon. I broke up with my boyfriend in 5th grade because he, like, couldn't hang with my Pokemon situation, and he, like, was distracting me.
That is some determination. You wanted to be the best.
That's hardcore, Danny.
Like, no one ever was. Dun, dun, dun. Oh my god.
I've never met a true Pokemon master until now.
We should all sing it.
Go ahead. You start. You know the words.
No!
Gotta catch a few.
Gotta catch a Squirtle because it's the only one I like.
What?
Oh my god.
You also like Squirtle?
Okay, listen. I like a lot of the Pokemons, but the Squirtle and Bulbasaur, they're the two best Pokemon.
I'll have to agree with you.
They
not
had
evolved, just
the first
straight,
and the ninth.
like,
They didn't have to make it.
Okay.
Charmander overrated.
Yeah.
Plus, Squirtle beats the living shit out of Charmander because of, War Turtle, then Charmeleon, and then Blastoise. Yeah, sure, that too. It has nothing to do with the fire type being weak to water or anything.
Nah, I didn't even know that was a thing. Anyway, I had Pokemon cards when I was a kid, and I also had like a lot of like Japanese ones because this one store around the corner had like, Japanese version ones, and they had the I liked them more because they had the awesome artwork on them. I couldn't read them obviously. They had much better artwork on them, so it was really cool to get those ones. Even though like I would always be like try to like trade my Japanese ones too. I'm like, this is super rare, and the other guy he's like, I've got 6 of these because I also have not that cool, kid.
I
traded
the Rocket ones. Did anybody else?
Say it again?
Like the Team Rocket versions of the cards because they were like kind of edgier. You know what I mean?
I think I had or have seen what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
At the very beginning, I had a couple I actually originally before I even got into Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I had this like drawer of random Pokemon cards, and that's like lost to time somewhere.
Aww.
Bummer.
Zach, what does your hair look like today?
Oh, it looks great. I got a haircut.
Describe it to me.
Why?
It's a gentleman haircut.
Where does this come from?
Tgjan enjoys my hair on, I want to say, a level beyond what is normal, but that's fine.
With much gusto.
Gusto and obsession, but yeah.
No, just describe it in detail. Give me the colors and stuff like that.
Everything's.
God, I'm excited.
Oh my god, you got yourself.
What a multi-sensory experience right now. I get to imagine.
Yeah, you get to imagine that my hair is the normal hair color. I got a gentleman cut.
What is that?
It's like a light. It's. Let me find some images.
Is it like toffee brown? Is it like
I
mouse?
want to say.
Did you shave the side of your heads?
No.
Okay, you're not a cool guy.
Yeah,
What
well,
happened to the follicles?
they were layered, they were thinned, they were trimmed a bit here and there. I completely lost my blue streak,
Wait,
or not my
you
blue.
streak?
I meant to say blonde. I had a blonde streak. I lied to
Oh
you.
my god!
Now
Those
you
are
just
very
disappointed us
different.
all.
Yeah, I need to get a blue streak. That'd be cool though.
Do it.
I should.
Do
But yeah, that's basically all that happened. They exaggerated my hairline by giving my haircut like a disconnected look.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll take a picture and we can put it in the link dump.
I need it for reference. I'm just saying.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'll send the picture straight to you.
Alrighty then.
But more importantly, one of our other topics that we have up here is
We're done with Pokemon.
What was
Hi.
the overall?
This is the PokeCast right now.
fair
Yeah,
enough.
it is.
What was everyone? Does anyone remember their first either like winning team or their first just team in general? If you don't like remember the when you took to the championship or anything like that.
Well, Blastoise. Blastoise. Definitely Raichu. Victory Bell. Pidgeot. Articuno. And I can't remember the last one. Maybe like a Nidoking or something.
Yeah, fair enough. For me, it would have to be like Bulbasaur, Kabutops, Nidoqueen, Mankey, and Pidgeot.
Not a Primate?
Oh yeah, that's what I meant to say, because Mankey evolves to Primate rather easily, and you definitely want, because Mankey's really easy to catch in Leaf Green and Fire Red, because he's like one of the first Pokemon you encounter. So strategically wise, getting a fighting Pokemon early to help boost all your other Pokemon leveling wise. So you can do a switch out thing on the game, basically where you weaken the Pokemon with someone who's really good against the Rock type Pokemon gym, which is like the first one, and then you switch out your other Pokemon that aren't as great against Rock so that they get more experience, and you can share the experience among your team. So getting a Mankey/Primate is definitely a strategical advantage. I'm not sure if you're going to keep them on your team to take to the Elite Four, but it definitely is something to consider.
I want to add a new stipulation to the drawing contest.
Okay.
Oh god.
If you finish your drawing, you have to do the next evolution.
Oh, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Fucker.
You have to think how your Pokemon evolves.
Okay. I was looking at reference images, so I'm like so stoked right now. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Luckily,
Everything's changing. Ah!
I can improvise. What about you, Chaos? Since you're the one who brought it up.
Well, I liked, even though it might not in general be a good team or like a tough for leveling team, I always had a Pikachu, which I eventually would turn into a Raichu on my team. And then I always have, no matter what, the like evolved starter. And then on top of that, it would be the one that you have to dump all the HMs on, and also one for flight and all that. But the actual team that I went to the end with was a Nidoking, the Raichu, the Charizard, then the three
Still my
legendary birds. I just wanted to have them all on my team.
That is definitely, yeah, like once you have the ability to catch a legendary, you're like, I'm going to switch out somebody to take the
I
spot.
always felt bad about that. Because like you had like a bunch of Pokemon that got you to the legendary, and you're like, fuck Mankey.
Yeah.
Put in the magic bird.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What is that? I totally projected on my Pokemon and I was all, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
If you
I
put
won't
'em in the
forget
box.
about you. I'll come back for you.
We can train.
We can
train
be alien for the second time. You'll get that experience, bro. You get it.
Yeah, but Kabutops is probably my favorite Pokemon of all, though. I don't know why. I like the fact that he's a water rock.
Okay.
And that he's a fossil type Pokemon, and he can be partnered up with someone who has the ability Drizzle, which makes it start to rain, and then you can have him have Swift Swim, so he gets plus attack every turn it's raining. So like he's a great Pokemon to like have a rain dance team. So
That's fantastic. What tactics you have?
yeah, I'm super. For a little while, when I got Pokemon X, I got super into the meta of battling. So now I'm like kind of educated on everything.
Oh, did you like go for like the shinies and the like in like the alternate stats and stuff like that?
Yeah, like their what is it? Their temperaments or whatever now. You know?
Yeah,
I couldn't get into that.
So, yeah, it's definitely something that you gotta work into. Like, I didn't breed too much. I basically just asked for like free trades, which some people were like, "Yeah, I don't. I have like 8, 10. I have like 100 boxes full of this Pokemon that I've been trying to breed to make perfect because all of its stats are perfect."
I never got into breeding beyond getting the like a couple like more starters. Like I traded my brother and sister also had Pokemon later on, so like trade the starters over so I could make more Charmanders and more Squirtles and Bulbasaurs for us all. But as for actual stat breeding, I never like touched on that. Until it was like later on when I didn't play Pokemon as much as like that, like I didn't realize how serious that it could have gotten. Like how quite like the grindiest thing I did was try to catch like Mewtwo, and like and how that it felt like Greater Balls worked better than Ultra Balls. It was like that feeling.
That was just in your mind, man.
Yeah, I know. It felt like because I had more legendaries caught with a Great Ball than Ultra Ball.
It's chance.
Oh yeah, it's definitely chance. But did you ever have any of those things? Like it didn't actually change anything.
Like pressing B.
Yeah.
Captures it. Yeah.
Pokemon was total bullshit, but we all
Like, yep.
For me, it was not pressing the button. It was don't touch anything. Don't touch anything.
Don't breathe. Don't breathe. Do nothing.
Don't
Stop and stare.
like tilting the buttons messed it up.
Yeah, that's
oh my goodness.
superstition.
Did you guys ever find Missing No?
No.
No.
No? You don't remember Missing No?
I do, and I played like the first, I want to say, hour of Pokemon Red at like Aftercare. And
you're too young to ever play it with the glitch. You never played the original.
Yeah, exactly. I played the remake, but before that, I played Ruby, the original version of Ruby and Sapphire, which is like the third generation of Pokemon. So that's what I grew up on.
Kids, and you're not playing the Pokemons, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Is everybody so excited for the re-release?
Yeah.
Of wait, what's coming out?
Red and Blue.
Oh, right. Wait, they're doing another release?
Yeah.
Is it like 3D and stuff like that, or is it just the old version?
I don't know. I know they're coming out with like new DSs for it too. Like it's really
they kind of did it with the silver and gold one. They had another like the secondary map of what would have been Red and Blue anyway. And there's not too much of a story there. Like, granted, Pokemon plots aren't exactly the most, like, super leashed out, but I always thought they were really interesting to follow along, especially in the moment. Like, with Diamond's story, which was the first full, like, 3D Pokemon game I played, I was, like, really interested and enthralled, especially because either one, like, this is the only thing I'm going to say about the thing, but either one, the end goal of the bad guy was to create his own freaking universe. And even though the Dialga was time, and that was the main one because I had Diamond, it still could create its own space. Even though space isn't even its realm, it could just make another dimension. So that was just like one of the things that enthralled me as a kid, and I loved the entire game.
Yeah. Interesting.
Diamond I think I had Diamond as well.
And it was one of those few times where I actually got to play a game like that with someone else, because my next door neighbor in England, like, just for a moment, we met, like, I didn't actually know them. It was not the next door neighbor. It was, like, just one of my neighbors. I didn't actually know them, but going underground, it was, like, this thing that you could do where you were, like, mining for these gems or something like that.
I thought you actually went underground.
No, you mine for these gems, and I, like, ran into them. and we like found out that he was the guy next door. Like I got closer to the window and all that, and I was like, oh yeah, that's who that is. It was just like so weird suddenly running into them.
That's kind of cool. It is a genuine moment.
Yeah.
You know.
We made a best friend for life.
But not really. I mean, we didn't actually meet each other any further beyond that. But it was interesting running into
But
them.
you
It's
always remembered her, so that's why it's special.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Man.
So how's everybody's drawing coming?
I'm on my third form and final evolution.
Are you
wow.
serious?
I told you I'm a shitty drawer,
So that's why you
make
put
up with
more time
speed.
and effort.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so add the details after. Do the fresh sketches now, the skeletons, and then...
Yeah, I'll do that. Bark. Dogs.
Yeah, it took me like 3 tries to kind of get the form I wanted, but it's kind of going.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see all of these. I'm so stoked.
Mine's awful. Don't.
So, I've kind of had like the worst song ever stuck in my head recently.
Oh my god, bring it.
Do you remember Banana Phone?
Yeah.
Ring, 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 banana phone. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, the stupid fucking song. And it's only at my house. Like, I forget it at work. Like, it's out of my mind. And then as soon as I'm walking home from work, it's like, ring, 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 ring. I'm like, motherfucker, it's back. It's like this weird, I don't even know the words. And that's the worst. When you have a song stuck in your head and you don't know 3 lyrics to it, like, or the refrain or something. It's total fucking bullshit. Like, those should not be allowed to be stuck in your head. There should be laws of nature that prevent that.
There should be like a filter for your brain. You just like a
Brain
filter
filters.
shit. Yeah.
Like, you have to go to a psychologist to get this fixed.
Or a brain surgeon, whichever. Whichever you want to do.
To the problem there.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
It might be going to you should like get this fucking song out of my head, and the brain surgeon will just be like, "That'll be $100,000."
Yeah.
But
Well,
like, oh my gosh, like I'm sitting there thinking about how they would extract the song, and it kind of reminds me of like how Dumbledore pulls the little, like the
The
thing.
noodles out of your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's how they extract it out of your brain forever.
Mm-hmm. It'd be so great if life had a pensive.
Yeah.
What song would you guys get Dumbledore extracted out of your heeds?
If you could just forget a song forever.
Yeah.
That's a tie between "Don't Stop Believin'"
Oh, really?
God, what's wrong with you?
and "Sweet Home Alabama."
Okay.
You can understand that one?
Yeah.
That song is just awful. And it's not like a song that gets stuck in my head. It's just a song I just never want to hear again. I never want to recognize it. I never even want to think about it again.
Whatever that song from Zatch Bell, it's about melons. I could go without that forever.
What? Excuse me.
Is that a Zatch Bell reference?
Yes.
How is that song bad? It's just silly.
It's just so it's too.
Hey, if he doesn't like it, he doesn't like it.
Yeah, this is just my opinion, chaos.
Yeah, but it's
Hey,
not.
what?
I don't know. It's not. It doesn't seem in particular. Like, yeah, it's
not
not
too
the best
bad.
song ever, but it didn't seem particularly bad either.
I mean, that was his wedding song, Zach.
Exactly. No.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, dude. That'd be amazing if it were though.
I guess it's just like hard because it's like that song, the Very Melon song of Zatch Bell was just like one of my I've never even watched the show beyond a couple clips. So all I know is like things like that, and then this one PS2 game, like Zatch Bell fighting game that I had at one point. So it became one of my favorite characters from the little that I know about it.
Yeah, I watched like maybe the first 20 episodes of Zatch Bell, and it was a very interesting
It's
cartoon
enough
or
to get a
anime.
song stuck in your head.
Exactly.
I can't imagine that song. Anyway.
And speaking about things being stuck in our head, we're going to have our very first sponsor. This is, so
Oh my
it's gonna be
God.
it's a memory created thing. It's like the very first thing ever. Genghis Khan is our sponsor for this podcast.
This was the first thing ever made. It came out of the primordial soup.
Exactly.
It's
Genghis-
like the thing crawled out and it said Genghis Khan.
Exactly.
Man, this is awesome.
It's the largest and longest-running game-focused convention in Colorado and the surrounding
It also
states.
has a little thingy in its pouch.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's a 4-day convention which runs from Thursday afternoon to Sunday evening, every President's Day weekend, featuring role-playing games, board games, miniatures, cosplay, dungeon crawls, video gaming, collectible card games, an auction/marketplace, immersive attractions like the Artemis Bridge, really cool. Me, Lozelda, and Jennifer Mayhem Muse are going to be doing something with that, so stay tuned for that. Panels and the Artist's Alley, and much, much more. It's a really cool convention, and you guys should try to make it this weekend. We're next week with me and a whole bunch of other cool people from the internet.
And all the Mongolians.
Exactly.
Huge Mongolian population.
Oh,
Like,
definitely.
It's told that it's a gaming convention, but it's also where they meet and they talk about ruling China again. Like, it's just
Right,
like
exactly.
it's kind of split between the two.
Well, and that's the crazy
Obviously.
thing. You can actually sit down with the Mongols and play like a game of Risk if you want.
Yeah, you can help them strategize.
Exactly.
That's
yeah.
kind of the whole point. It's like they're gonna attend. You're giving them the advice. They're the main audience that you're talking to and stuff like that. So
Cosplay.
Yeah, exactly. That would be so amazing.
it's got function. It's great. It's a great show. Everybody should go. If you're Mongolian, if you're not there, you're just not
It's not right.
helping your people.
But honestly, if you like games, tabletop, traditional, or just video games, you should go. It's going to be a great time. And we'll be posting a link of where and when you'll be able to see us live from Twitch.
I like it. When is it? What's the dates?
God damn it. It's Thursday to Sunday on February, which is the 11th to the 14th
Awesome.
of February.
Where?
Colorado, Denver.
Colorado. That's so far.
It is pretty far, but it's close to me, so, it's not so bad.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So there you go. First ever sponsor of the podcast. Thank you, Matthew Rolls, a.k.a. the convention organizer. So we were... Do you guys want to still talk about the Pokemans, or do you want to move on to a sadder topic real quick, briefly?
Why we gotta talk sad, man?
Just for a brief,
Why are you
because
bringing us down?
I like to tug at the heartstrings, Like, that's my thing.
All right, tug at the heartstrings.
Okay,
Y'all
so...
did not put a warning on that, by the way. And I'm real sad about it, because I didn't expect to cry today.
Yeah, I should. Okay, so, heartstring pulling warning. I'm not sure what that'll be called. We'll figure it out. But there's this game called Dragon Cancer, and it's a game about two developers who had a child that contracted terminal brain cancer, and it's
Made
sort of
by or about them?
by and about, and their experiences of going to the hospital and meeting with other parents who had things like this happen when it comes to having their children diagnosed with cancer. So it's a very like interactive narrative when it comes to being able to see something like that you wouldn't be able to get to see from any other medium. Really, it makes it more heartbreaking in the end when after a year of treatment and struggle, the child passes away from terminal brain cancer. However, what's so beautiful about this game is that you get to see the journey of this couple, in particular, the game developers, and the other couples and other people who have children of varying degrees of having cancer. And it's in the end, it's a beautiful narrative and very interesting way of tackling all these different philosophical questions we have as a society. So, one of my favorite YouTubers, Satch Bag Goods, did a breakdown, a narrative breakdown, and an analysis, if you will, of all the different things going on in this game, and it was really good. He's very analytical, he's very cerebral, and it was very, very heartwarming. And I teared up a bit. So, yeah. It's cool that games can affect. I mean, we've known this because we're gamers, but this kind of game being given to somebody who despises games or who hates all these different things about video games and what they do to our culture, this game is sort of a way of like showing that all video games aren't the same or aren't created equal, and that there's something beautiful that can be told with a video game.
It's not just that it's a different game. It's like showing how games have changed from being, more of just games to, becoming lifestyles, becoming careers, becoming life-changing events, both just in general because it's your lifestyle, and then things like this, like actually like changing everything and helping everyone, I guess, cope.
Yeah.
I mean, games have been doing this actually for a while, and it's like that's like literally, like that's literally the subject in that. But I mean, games are telling stories. Like they touch on things like death and learning and educating and stuff like that. And it's stuff like this that put it up to the forefront. It sounds like a beautiful game, and I definitely want to check it out. So it's like giving games a really good name, and it just helps get people awareness about kind of what games really can do, the power that they have.
Yeah.
Your person is whoever that relates to that experience for you. It's really interesting how it kind of feels like a memory. It's really, really, really well done.
Yeah, and it speaks for the medium of video games. So, there you go. On a lighter note, or maybe a less... Segue! Let's talk about trademarks for a bit, because boy, oh boy, did some fun things happen to the internet.
The issue that happened, like, just, it's one of those, like, super viral, like, everyone's banding together, just out of the blue.
It's funny, like, I hadn't heard about this until kind of, like, today. Like, you brought it up as something to talk about. I did, like, a little research. Like, I watched the video that you shared, and then I dug even deeper about, like, the Fine Bros and stuff like that. And it is interesting learning about that kind of stuff and how ridiculous it is that people, like, without even, like, understanding what they're doing. Just like, hey, we make this thing that a lot of people watch, and therefore we can go beyond the rules and just take it away from everybody else. Like, you can't own an idea like that.
Yeah.
Like, I was reading an article about like the whole reactions. It's like it's a genre of YouTube. It's not like a show or an idea or something like that. Like you can brand like a title. You can brand like a word like kids reacts like that in a way they can brand that. They can't brand the word react. Like that's ridiculous. But kids react can be the name of a show, like Red versus Blue.
Well, first of all, wait, before we go further, like we need to summarize. Like Zach, what did they try to do, and like what is a little bit of the details about that?
Sure. So the Fine Brothers were happy to announce something called React World, where at first glance, they're like, hey, you get access to all these resources digitally, like just, logos and stuff like that, and you can make a show like ours, and you can put it up on our channel called React World. But the problem with this is that they've been, in order to protect their brand, which is understandable, they've been trademarking things, which in turn makes it so they have to defend their trademarks by blacklisting people's videos that meet that criteria, because their format rules are so vague. The trademark takes down anything that has to do with like React and Elders, for example, or Elders React. Anything along those lines would be taken down. And these are small channels that have like 100, 300 subs, and they're not imitating the Fine Brothers formula when it comes to the highly produced set or the people they use or anything like that. It's just a different video entirely. But like what John from the Vlogbrothers had explained in his trademark video, is that trademarks, you can't just choose which ones you strike or which people you
selective,
take.
licensing and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can't have a selective license or becomes generalized and then becomes public domain. Like the company that coined the term aspirin. Aspirin used to be a trademarked one type of thing only, but now everyone calls aspirin.
Well, after a certain point, you can lose a trademark, and the term became so widely known, like Kleenex for tissues or Band-Aids, stuff like that. It's the same kind of case there, that they just, the term becomes what it's called, the title of that thing is, and you can't really trademark that anymore. So Bayer lost the trademark to aspirin, and now that drug, that particle, is just known as aspirin. Yeah, like exactly. It's not even like physically branded like that. It's just that's what everybody calls it.
Exactly, and that's what the Fine Brothers were trying. They were just basically, it's a little bit of misguidedness and a little bit of
it's like trying to make
they just didn't understand what they were. They didn't really understand the scope of what they were doing.
Well,
they probably didn't do it with the intention of screwing everyone over. They just thought, like, we're protecting our copyright, our idea, and stuff like that.
Our brand,
and then they were asking people to contribute to their new brand thing, crowdsourcing, and it was the idea that, we're putting your stuff under your brand, we're contributing to yours, but then we don't.
Get your money.
It's not our stuff anymore. It's yours. It's under your brand. So, like, you're taking away from us.
Exactly.
It's harder to pinpoint because, like, not only do they choose a brand that is so open that, like, it's like such a generic title. It's different from, like, I can give an example for, like, when Achievement Hunter has, like, the community hunter videos, like community achievements, like those are full out, like, videos, even if they're still under the same title. That, like, it's easier to say, like, this is this part of the show, like, this is this show, like, this is what is presented. When you just have something
too vague.
Yeah, when you say react, like, it's like saying we're going to create a company of a name that already exists. It's not like the Kleenex becoming what the tissue is. It's like trying to go in reverse. It's the thing's already established as a thing everyone knows, and then you're trying to make it your own. Yeah. Like, it's not a backwards compatible thing. Like, you can have a brand and it becomes so popular that everyone then knows of it, but it doesn't go the other way.
Yeah, I mean, and whether this was misguided or just they're claiming to be ignorant is one way or another. I mean, there's been some videos of animators recently.
Plausible deniability.
Yeah, well, there has been a video of an animator, Jaltoid. I'm not sure if you know them, but they're really cool. It's a couples animation team, and they do really neat stuff. But they made a vlog or announcement when the Fine Brothers fiasco first happened, and it's like, you know, it didn't. I didn't want to. We've been sitting on this for a while, and we didn't really want to talk about it. But now that this thing has come out about the Fine Brothers, we're gonna mention this. They basically said that the Fine Brothers wanted like a 6 to 8 minute animation, and they were paying what you would pay for like a 2-minute animation. And they generalized. They're like, we love your work. We, you know, da 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 da. And they felt really proud because they were a small channel at the time. And they're like, wow, someone likes our work. You know, da 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 da. They think we're good. It turns out, after just completely flat out denying them because of payment reasons, among other things, they were talking to other artists in the animation community of YouTube, and it turns out verbatim almost every animator that they were in their little circle got the similar "we love your work" email, like, or copy and pasted email. Mm-hmm. So that can allude to some shadiness and some, like, who gives a fuck about the little guy attitude that the Fine Bros may or may not have displayed during this fiasco. But yeah, that's basically the thing. I really like that a video that's 3 years old, 2 years old. John of the Vlog Brothers released the video about trademarks and explaining trademarks as of 2013. So yeah, that's 3 years. So 3 years later, it becomes relevant, and I found that thanks to JJ from the Rooster Teeth. So thank you. It was super relevant, and it made a whole bunch of sense. And I'm like, oh, he used to be from Rooster Teeth. JJ is of the Geek Film Army now, which is really cool. He's a cool dude. He is a cool dude. What am I saying?
He was on the podcast once.
Yes, he was on our podcast.
Long long time ago. How old is this podcast now? This is episode 147.
Yeah, dude, we're
Holy
almost
shit.
at 150.
Oh my
It's
god.
pretty.
You guys gonna have
What are we doing for 150?
I don't know, man. Something.
Oh my gosh, you should have a Pokemon podcast for 150.
Oh, that would be. Oh, but we probably should have a Pokemon podcast for 151, right?
Oh, true. Oh, sorry, not to go back to Pokemon,
Go for
but
it.
did you guys know that if you go to GameStop right now for the next 12 months, if you go before the end of the month, I think for this month it's the 28th, then you can get a code to get legendary for X or Y. So this month is Mew. So if you go and get the code, then you can go and get a Mew from a GameStop.
Yeah, up until the 24th. I need to go to a GameStop so I can get my Mew because one of my teams is desperately in need of a Psychic type Mew. I've never owned a Mew. This will be my first Mew, basically. So
I owned an original Mew. I owned a Mew. I got it from my friend. He got it from one of those contests or something like that where they just gave it away. And then, but he gave it to me, and we were supposed to trade fossils. I didn't have Omanite yet. He accidentally evolved it, and he gave me his Omastar. And this would have been my 150th and 151st Pokemon.
Oh.
Or no, 148th, and then I would have evolved Omanite into Omastar. And then I would have finally had 151. And he gave me his fucking Omastar and Mew. And I'm like, dude, I need an Omanite. He's like, oh shit, I don't want to replay the whole game just to get you an Omanite. I'm like, fuck you, dude. Thanks for the Mew, but fuck you.
Did you not have breeding as a potential at that point?
No. Not in just original Red.
Not in Red. Not
There's
the
no
first
breeding.
generation. Yeah, breeding was
Interesting.
So I would have had to get another game, replay the whole thing just to get that one fucking Pokemon. And I was like, fuck it. I'm happy with 150 out of 151.
Okay.
And eventually a game got deleted. But it was I was this close. I almost caught them all.
I think if you had the data, the save data now, it'd still be. By this time, the data would probably.
Sounds fucking easy to get all.
I just remembered. There's something that I wanted. I was really proud about doing.
I'm proud of you for doing it too.
Well, not proud, but it was it brought me a lot of joy to be able to do. Is that okay? My first Pokemon game was Fire Red, and in that game I had a Pikachu, separate from the one I took on my team. I just had a Pikachu, and then I upgraded using this Safari Zone-esque feature in Diamond, I believe, where since it was the DS Lite, you could have a Game Boy game in the bottom. You could catch Pokemon from your box in Fire Red. So I moved that up to Diamond, then used that one to go up to Platinum, and moved I made him all the move up, transcend through the ranks until the current game.
God, that belongs on the internet as a story.
Yeah.
Well, it is.
Well, you know what I mean? If I could animate, I would animate that part into an epic, little tiny.
He's still, you can look at his information. It still says, original trainer, David. Just, way back then. And I've had that Pikachu, since I guess since it started.
And he misses his old master. So you took him from home. You monster.
Yeah,
and
fun.
then also in reference to I think I got Victini at one of those specials, GameStop thingies.
right on. So Psychic type.
Yeah. I because of appearance, I just named him Vegeta.
Right on.
Nice.
That's awesome.
How's everybody's Pokemon coming?
I am.
I'm excited, I think.
Zach, you better be on the Mega Evolution at this point.
What Mega? That's too much work. I'm almost. I actually went back and did the pre-evolution though.
Oh!
Yeah.
So it's got 4 levels.
It's got 3. Thank you very much. I'm drawing the 4th one now.
Do you guys have names for them yet?
Oh yes.
Fuck. Shit.
That was going to help you come up with your concept, dude. You had to come up with names.
No, I already had a concept.
Well, sometimes
in my head.
well, it depends on what style of artist you are. Sometimes you can come up with the like just keep drawing and then say dub it. Like I call you this.
Yeah, I'm not logical. I do the thing and then
Yeah,
I do the thing.
you could be like it's just how your mind works. Like Tgjan, you seem to work better with a prompt and then you draw what would represent that. But he went the other way around.
It's my life in advertising, my friend.
And I think the only other thing we have really to talk about is the BuzzFeed video.
Yeah, I don't like her.
You don't like Shoe on Head?
Not a fan. I don't know. That's the first video I ever saw of her. I'm just like, oh man. Like she was like ranting and raving about like again like the video was generalizing, but definitely she was generalizing about them generalizing. And it was just like what they were doing in the video was obvious. It's like it's not regarding like there's 30 different things about what was the thing like asking men like women feminists are asking men and like
Yeah.
It's like okay, it's like each question like not every question applies to everyone. It's like each person maybe experienced one situation like the wide open leg thing or the question about wage gap and stuff like that and I don't know like and then I think maybe it wasn't just the video but it was definitely the comments who were just like feeding into it and they were just like oh yeah girls voicing this so now I can say all these like disgusting mean ridiculous things like every person who's a feminist is like a feminazi yada 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 like you know this the whole vindicated kind of
she
like
specifically
commenting and stuff like that is like I think it was just the whole experience. And she had some funny valid points too, but like, I don't know. It was kind of
yeah.
It's a style like she was pointing out like a lot of the like the obvious flaws in a very
there, yes,
in a very like over the top way, I guess. Like a lot of it, I did agree with. Like it's like things that. It shows the badness of the radical side of that group, I guess.
But there's also the people that the questions are meant to target, which are the radical people that are...
Yeah, it's like, you know, representing the other side. Yeah. Like, both of the bad.
Hence her thing about, like, the generalizing. I'm like, that's kind of the point, you know? It's like, again, it's like... Where she kept asking, like, who are you asking these questions to? I'm like, obviously there's a target. It doesn't mean every question is pointed at the same person or you. Or like as a guy, if you're watching the video, you should consider everything. Or maybe like one of the questions is like, oh, okay, that's something to think about. And, you know, it's like it was just like I don't know.
Granted, there's like the whole world of getting into this actually topic, but yeah, it was an awkward way to present it. It just goes to show that both sides are kind of going off the deep end.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't help that like making
goes, like all of Tumblr as
making it even worse for people. It's kind of like YouTube. A good way to parallel is like YouTube. Like I go to this video looking in the comments. I think it's a bit of a problem when like for 3 out of 5 of my videos, there's more comments complaining about the complainers than you can actually find that the complainers.
True.
And like that just it seems to be more often a common thing. It's like, oh, look at all these people whining about the way this guy did this, and then it's just like the first comment, this guy did this.
Yeah, like it's not like positive feedback. It's just all about just using shock value to just like insult and bash and yada yada yada, and it's catering to a certain kind of audience in a way. You know, like she like clearly was targeting all those people that have that kind of like opinion. Obviously, like yeah, you're catering to your audience, but it's not constructive in any way. It's just visceral.
I mean, I felt like she had many points that were constructed, and I've actually watched a lot of her videos and have done my own research on like the whole wage gap thing and how that's been done and how that's the thing.
Well,
but
like I said, like this is gonna be so near the last thing. It's like, yeah, it's valid points. It's just done in a really brash and, like Tgjan said, slightly hypocritical way.
I mean, I guess I don't. it's hard to see the hypocrisy when she's just being blunt and straightforward.
Well, yeah, it's
a lot
also
of like missing the point and exaggerating the other people's points. She was exaggerating about other people exaggerating.
Well, yeah, satire and comedy.
Yeah,
so,
the exaggeration was.
It's causing a reaction. You have a responsibility when you have an audience. Like, she's asking people to comment and come up with questions and stuff like that to create that visceral conversation. Like, she's not harvesting a constructive conversation with that. It can be parody, but when you are responsible, when you have an opinion that people listen to and stuff like that, and it gives them the jumpstart to say things or react a certain way, you have a certain responsibility as a creator and stuff like that. And that's obviously what she's trying to do. That's her whole goal, which is she's doing her point. Again, I'm not saying every single one of – I'm not saying she wasn't funny. I thought the Canada joke was hilarious. I'm going to spit up my milk. That was funny. But it's like the whole conversation around it. It's not constructive in any way, and it's meant to be funny. Obviously,
I disagree. I think it can be constructive and funny.
Well, I think the thing, Tgjan, the on the other side, I definitely see all the points you're making, but one of the things that the video itself definitely brings out, it's highlighting in I think that's the intention, that her side, I suppose you could say, has their opinions at the very least seeming to be based more logically, if you could say that. Like the video she was talking about, a lot of their comments did seem to be made out in the blue without any real research or anything to back it up.
Right, she had things where she was like spouting off facts. So yeah, if there's a groundwork for those things, but I know what you mean by that.
Yeah, it's at the very least, it has a little bit more to go for it than the other side.
Yeah, it's just, I think the whole topic itself, I think, is the tricky part.
Exactly.
And I think again, her presentation of it and the audience itself, I think was what's putting me off.
Yeah.
Audience.
And that's the only video I've watched of hers, and I'm not criticizing in her content or anything like that. It's not like that kind of thing. It's just that particular out of context. It's the first time I've ever seen her. First time I've watched any of her videos, and that's the first time I heard of the other thing too. So it's just, but I've been, just being on the internet, you hear this constant conversation around it, and it can just be. It's hard to find good constructive stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
Where's the healthy conversation?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely because each side is super heated and have valid points, and it's just
it's always the loud minority too.
That too. Basically with any social issue or comeuppance of some type of thing that we're trying to revolutionize, there will always be two extremes, a whole bunch of different loud minorities of pockets of different communities, and it's difficult because humans are complicated, basically. But I like the fact that she approaches it from a logical standpoint. Mm-hmm. I like that she relates it to her audience with humor, and it's digestible. Some of the people that she has featured on her channel, Argon of Akkad or whatever, he has 40-minute long videos of breaking everything down constructively, and those kinds of conversations that you'd probably enjoy, but they're 40 minutes long. They're 40 to 50 minutes long. And it's really just
I'm running out of time to make this creepy.
Yeah, basic.
Okay, all right, I'm good with my illustrations, I think.
Danielle,
is everybody pretty much ready?
What?
Do you have an opinion on the matter of the video one way or another, or did you not get to watch it?
No, I didn't. I didn't get to watch that one, so I did not formulate an opinion.
Fair enough. I found this video thanks to Barbara's Twitter. Her and Barbara and Blaine found it super funny and cool. Mm-hmm. So I was like,
keep spelling your name Barbara. You're not spelling it Barbara. Are you doing that on purpose? I just want to know.
Yes, I did it on purpose.
What was the thing Lo said in our admin chat the other day? Is I will pay the person who is posting the articles and stuff like that.
It was the first
do punctuation.
The first post that I made on RT was not, sure, I get it. There were a few misspellings or not even misspellings, just a few missed capital letters. The second post, however, no issues that I can foresee, capital letters and periods and everything. So Yeah, it was grammatically correct. Although you could you throw in a few commas if you want.
How many Oxford commas did you use?
None, because fuck you. Also, Pokemon reveal time, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Oh yeah, you were asking what was the like Pokemon thing that you were asking if it was going to be released? You said it was released this year.
Oh, Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go, yeah. When is that? Does anybody know?
I do not. I am sorry.
I'll Google it right now.
What is it exactly?
I know it's this year, but I don't know when it is. What it is like a virtual experience meets the real world experience. So like you get a little watch kind of thing, and it's a GPS tracker, and then you use your phone kind of like a viewfinder to find the Pokemon out in the real world, and then you can catch them. I just watched a really hysterical video of like, it was kind of like the Honesty trailers, but different. But it was like reacting to what the problems with Pokemon Go could be, and like one of them was you have to climb this giant mountain to catch this Mew, and then you get up to the very top, and you get a phone call, and it disrupts your catching, and so you lose it. And it totally, like, I'm sitting there going, oh my god, this is exactly what's going to happen to me. Every worst possible outcome that could possibly happen is going to happen to me. What's going to go on out in the wilderness? I'm going to get lost and die alone looking for, like, a chansey somewhere.
Well, that definitely is something I was thinking about. Like, what if it's like on the other side of this, like, very big rapids is this rare shiny Pokemon? Should I go? Should I ford the river?
I don't think they're gonna have shinies.
Do you really want to be the very best?
That there ever was?
It was just an example I was saying, because, like, what... just the idea that... hopefully they have a way to not have something like that happen.
I'm really excited, though. It'll probably be the first time that I've ever gone outside ever, so that'll be a cool time.
I think you'll like it outside.
I hear there's weather.
There is.
Okay. I'm cool inside. I'm good.
Also, fun fact, the release date simply says 2016.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so maybe this year.
It's this year. It's just an unknown as to when exactly.
An augmented reality game with Pokemon is what everyone needs, if you ask me.
Okay. I gotta take pictures, and then I'm ready.
Oh my god.
All right.
Everybody talk about your Pokemon.
Oh,
like a proud parent.
Do you want to go first, TG?
I gotta take pictures.
Oh, you gotta take pictures? I'll go first.
Somebody else go ahead of me.
So originally, I didn't realize that we were gonna have a theme, and because of Chaos's picture for Skype, I immediately thought of Sans, because it's from Undertale, because I was watching Low Zelda's stream Undertale, and I was like, this is why haven't I played this game? It's really good. Because I've been pretty negative towards Undertale because of the hype and because of the fandom, really. But I relinquished my anger, and I'm like, this game looks really fun, and I really enjoy the humor. I need to try it out. So it's a teddy bear, because and then the second version, it's a full teddy bear wearing the mask front forward with a smile, like a little creepy smile, and then a scythe. And then the final form, it is a teddy bear wearing a robe that has a skull like stitched on to his face, and then it's two mini scythes attached to a chain, and it's a floating robe.
That's awesome.
Thank you. It's not as good as it sounds, though.
The idea is there.
Yeah, the idea is there. What? Fuck you, Tgjan! Go ahead and explain these.
Oh, you guys are like actively sharing them in the thing right now. Hold on, shit.
Skype chat. Actually,
okay.
If this becomes cake, actually, that is pretty good, though. Tgjan, describe these for the audio listeners.
This is Pi. So the first evolution is Pi 45. It is the Pi Pokemon. So he's like an oddish, you know. He's like, that was my inspiration. Like, he's a happy-go-lucky kind of. He's always got this little like smoke steam coming out of him. He's just a happy little pie, and he attacks you with. He doesn't have hands yet, so he just
flavor of pie is it?
He kicks you with his nub feet.
Pie flavor.
His.
Hey.
Oh, I'm so excited.
His final attack it's like explosion, but he pies the other Pokemon in the face. So the next evolution at level 20, he turns into Potter Pie.
Oh no.
So he grows arms this time, and each arm is a pie, and he chucks them at you. Yeah, that's his attack. So his double slap is like double pie. So like that's his thing.
That's
And,
cool.
and you know he's getting meaner. He's not happy anymore. He's a little glum. You know, he's just like, I gotta throw pies at you. And he's like leaking a little bit. Like there's this stuff coming out. And if you watch podcast 121, you'll know why. And the last one is the ultimate pie Pokemon. It's called Piomon. It's basically just a giant fucking floating head that's like half broken pie thing, and there's steam and fire coming out of it, and it's just drooling pie bits, and he's just gonna fuck your day up because he's frightening. He's a frightening fucking pie Pokemon.
Kind of looks like a me, Tgjan.
Was
Any,
accosted by a pie and like the woes of a hillbilly upbringing. This is what he would turn into.
oh no.
Oh my god.
Where did I go wrong?
So beautiful.
All right, let's look
Big
at
wheels
Danny's.
keep on turning.
What do we got here?
Oh, okay. So if you look at it, the one on the bottom is actually the first one, and it's like I don't know what I would want to call him, like Lapaloid or something with lapel in it. But it's a lapel mic Pokemon.
That is amazing.
So it's like a kind of chibi version a little bit, and it's like little tail whip thing is actually its little like plug-in.
It's adorable.
And then and then it evolves into like a snowball mic mon. So it's got like the crazy Caterpie eyes and like little teeth, and it looks like a snow globe mic or snowball mic, but it doesn't. I don't know. It looks more like a Pokemon than it does a piece of technology. And then it's got a little cord thingy also, so that it had like something in common, so that it had something that looked the same.
I want to sing into its face.
That is so cool. I wanna, yeah. And it could be like a steel dark Pokemon. That'd be
This
neat.
could be a limited release.
Oh yeah,
snowball.
what was the types of all your Pokemon?
I'm a dark ghost type. Don't judge me, all right? Don't look at me with those eyes. I can feel them.
No. Like, well, first of all, with all your evolutions, we'll start with Zach. Is it all the same? And then
It's all the
what is the
It goes
type?
from dark to dark ghost to dark ghost to dark ghost. Don't judge me.
Okay.
What, the last one's not gonna be plant or something?
Tjin?
So I invented two new types. So it's Pie and Psycho.
Pie
He's a
Psycho.
Pie Psycho Pokemon.
It's a Pie Psycho, eh?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's two new types coming out with the next release.
Interesting. What about you, Daniela?
Pokemon Kitchen.
Mine are electric.
Right on. Makes
So I wish we could share these with the actual Twitch chat.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Look forward to them.
Can we not? Can we post them to Twitter right now? Can you guys share them to Twitter for people?
Yes, I can probably pull them all down and share them
Oh
all.
yeah, that'd be great. Look at that
I'll do that.
technology.
That's smart. This is why we bring you on.
So stoked.
You've got ideas.
So stoked. Much hype. All the
Much
excites. We
Yes.
have it. Woo!
All right, list your names too for all your did you guys come up with names?
No.
Okay.
Oh. No, we should get people to name them.
Yes.
I'm really excited. I really love all of these. Oh my god. Holy
I
cow, this bear thing is awesome!
Is it though?
Do
Yes!
any of you have any sort of Pokemon like outfit or otherwise?
I can wear my hat backwards.
Yeah, he can look like Ash Ketchum.
I was just gonna say because I could use that, and then you know how your party can always have 6. The thumbnail can be the 6 Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Like at least if you have more than one, I'll just use like the starter and then the final evolution.
Okay.
So Zach, what you said it was like a dark and a psychic Pokemon?
It was a dark ghost.
Why is it gonna be dark ghost?
I don't know. I just felt like it should be
Is
because it's a teddy. It's a teddy bear, and I'm thinking about like Hades Ursa, like Hades, like the first part of Hades, and then Ursa as in bear, but.
Well, I mean,
it sounds like it sounds like it might be like an alternate like derivative, like how they've had Pokemon split before. Like suddenly this one can also evolve into Teddy Ursa can also evolve into
When
this.
exposed to a dusk stone or like
exactly
yeah.
this thing that's always been
can now also and has always been able to be.
Ah, yes.
Peaches. Suddenly
Exists now.
Peaches.
Suddenly, Minun and Plusle, because why the fuck not?
Okay, we don't need a clear.
Okay, you know what, Danielle, you're right. I'm leaving. I'm sorry.
Why would you even? Why would you ever even ever?
Wait, Miniman Plusle is her trigger?
Minun and Plusle are third generation Pikachu knockoffs. I love them though.
I would have to agree with that.
They're cute. They're good in team fights because of helping hands and all those other moves they get
Oh,
naturally.
that's true. I won't deny that.
If I had like a little cup team, and we were doing team doubles, I'd have them. As ineffective as that might be. Pokemon that are only level 5 and they fight with level 5 moves, like only within that level 5 move set and stuff like that. It's really cool. It's like more of a traditional RPG game comparatively to Pokemon because the numbers are smaller, I guess. All right, Tjin, it's about time to wrap things up. What did you say?
It's about that time. So, thank you everybody for watching the TFT podcast tonight. Thank you to all of our guests for joining us tonight. It was awesome. This was an awesome draw. We can't wait to show everyone out there in the universe all of our exciting Pokemon that will clear to be in the next edition of Pokemon. So, don't forget to subscribe to us on Twitter at the forum thread and at TFT Plays. You can like us on Facebook. You can join our current website, www.theforumthread.com. Join our forums. Join that conversation on the forums. It's really cool. You can subscribe to our iTunes. You can download our podcast, The Forum Thread Podcast on iTunes. Roosterteeth.com. We're on that too.
We're gonna
Anybody
be
got
on
anything
that.
cool to pimp, Danny?
Oh, yeah, she has that right.
My lady Dick? No.
Oh shit.
On that note, find my family-friendly version self at the Weirdlings, and check out me and the rest of the friends like Mayhem's Muse, Craig Holiday, and all the peoples that are going to be with you peoples at the con that sponsored this episode.
Also, check out our subreddit.
Oh yeah, that's a thing. We have a new thing. We have a Reddit.
What?
Have you read it?
Have you read about our Reddit? Okay, it's done.
Oh.
Hashtag social media manager goals.
Alright, well thanks everybody, and good night.
Good night.
I'm gonna go take a piss.
Oh, thanks, cool.
You're welcome.
Oh, thank you for doing that.
That's,
That's such an accomplishment.